Hello, it's Sarah from Don't Lie to Me. An $8.4 billion company is scanning 20 billion license plates every single month. They claim their cameras are 96% accurate, but in one California city, 71% of their alerts were completely wrong. That's not an accuracy rate, that's worse than a coin flip. The company is called Flock Safety. Maybe you've seen their cameras. They're small, solar-powered boxes mounted on poles, sitting on street corners, in parking lots, on highways, quietly photographing every single car that drives by. They're in all 50 states, over 100,000 of them. And every 30 days, all that data gets fed into a nationwide searchable database that police can access without a warrant. Now, let me tell you what happened in Roseville, California. Business Insider obtained data showing that over 2 years, Flock sent 1,427 alerts to Roseville police, flagging cars as stolen or connected to a felony. In 71% of those alerts, Flock misread the license plate. 1,014 times, they sent armed police after the wrong car. The wrong person. One Roseville resident had his plate confused 6 separate times. Flock kept reading a 9 as an 8. 6 felony alerts sent to armed officers. Over a single digit. He even removed his license plate frame at the police department's suggestion. The misreads continued, because the problem isn't the plate, it's the camera. Flock called the 71% figure a, quote, mischaracterization. A mischaracterization, getting mauled by a police dog because your camera confused a 7 with a 2. I wonder if Brandon Upchurch considers that a mischaracterization. Brandon Upchurch was driving in Toledo, Ohio, when Flock misread his license plate. It confused a 7 for a 2. Police pulled him over with a K9 unit. The dog mauled him. The lawsuit revealed that it was, quote, commonly known throughout the Toledo Police Department that the Flock system is unreliable and often misreads license plates. Commonly known. They knew, the police knew the system was garbage and they kept using it anyway. Upchurch settled for $35,000. He's not the only one. The Institute for Justice is documenting dozens of cases where innocent motorists have been pulled over, detained at gunpoint, or jailed because of Flock camera errors. In Sherwood, Arkansas, a mother and her children were detained after Flock misread their plate due to a loose frame. In Colorado, an officer misread Flock captures and wrongly attributed thefts to an innocent woman. Another man was detained at gunpoint. Not questioned, not stopped, detained at gunpoint, because a camera couldn't read a license plate correctly. And remember, this is the company that Troy, New York's mayor declared a public safety emergency to keep funded. The same company that the city council voted 7-0 to remove. The same cameras that citizens have started physically destroying. Let's talk about Flock's business model, because it gets worse. Flock's terms and conditions state that the cameras remain Flock's property. But if a camera is destroyed or damaged, the taxpayers are responsible for replacing it. Private profits, public risk. And who funded this $8.4 billion surveillance empire? Andreessen Horowitz, the same venture capital firm that lectures everyone about innovation and the future. Now here's what Flock's cameras actually capture. It's not just your license plate number. They record your plate, your car's make, model, and color. They log bumper stickers. They note dents and damage. They can track your location over time, building a map of everywhere you go. In Texas, a deputy used Flock's network of 8345 cameras to track a woman who had self-administered an abortion. He claimed it was a missing person case. 83,000 cameras across the entire country to track one woman, and he didn't need a warrant for any of it. In Denver, a woman was wrongly accused of package theft because Flock logged her driving through a neighborhood 20 times. It was her commute. She was arrested for driving to work. And then there's the lying. Flock's CEO repeatedly denied that ICE and Border Patrol had access to their data. Later, they admitted that was, quote, inaccurate information. Inaccurate information. That's a fancy way of saying they lied. They published a blog post titled, "Does Flock share data with ICE? No." While ICE was getting data through police-backed channels the entire time. The ACLU documented a pattern of Flock lying to city councils. In Oshkosh, Wisconsin, Flock lied about heat maps during a council meeting. They got caught the very next morning. The city cancelled their contract within 24 hours. The EFF documented Flock and a Texas sheriff lying about license plate data sharing. The lying isn't a bug, it's the business model. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Because this isn't just a left or right issue. This is one of those rare moments where everyone actually agrees. Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna, Trump-endorsed Republican from Florida, she's drafting legislation to federally ban Flock safety cameras. She's joined by Representative Chi Garcia, a progressive Democrat from Chicago, the ACLU, the Electronic Frontier Foundation, the Institute for Justice. That's the horseshoe. MAGA Republicans and progressive Democrats standing together against a surveillance company that can't tell a 7 from a 2. There's even a bipartisan amendment to the federal highway bill that would strip funding from cities using these license plate readers. And the momentum is building. 28 to 53 cities have already cancelled their Flock contracts. The ACLU has launched a campaign called Get the Flock Out. An expert from NYU's policing project called the 71% error rate, quote, stunning and really beyond the pale. Flock says that cameras have become, quote, significantly more accurate. But Roseville hasn't verified that claim. Nobody has. There's been no independent verification of Flock's accuracy numbers. Ever. An $8.4 billion company. 100,000 cameras. 20 billion plates a month. Zero independent verification. And a 71% error rate when someone actually checked. A YouTuber accessed over 60 Flock camera feeds that were publicly exposed. 60 feeds of live surveillance data just sitting there on the internet for anyone to see. So let me summarize. Flock Safety built a nationwide surveillance network. They scan every car in America. They claim 96% accuracy, but deliver 29%. They got people mauled by dogs, detained at gunpoint, and arrested for commuting to work. They lied about ICE access. They lied to city councils. They lied about heat maps. And when they got caught lying, they called it inaccurate information. And now finally, people are fighting back. From Roseville to Troy, from Congress to city councils, from the ACLU to the Institute for Justice. The horseshoe is closing. Because an $8.4 billion company that can't tell a 7 from a 2 has no business tracking every car in America, and they're lying to you. If you want more content like this, hit subscribe and ring the bell. It helps the channel more than you know. Give this video a like if you think surveillance companies should be held to basic standards of accuracy. And tell me in the comments, have you seen Flock cameras in your neighborhood? All sources are linked in the description. 4 URLs, not just names. Check them yourself. I'm Sarah. And they're lying to you. Take care of each other.